Hi, my name is Colette. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm excited to talk about this topic today. I've been working on it for the last couple of weeks, and I really wanted to be able to help you with the concern of trying to bid and make a difference, to get results. The title today is for Upwork Pro Tactics, How to Win Jobs and Write Proposals that Actually Get Replies. I'm Colette, and for the next 15 minutes, I'm giving you a clean strategy that will help level up your freelance bidding game. Effective bidding is always in constant motion, and I have been bidding for the last 15 years, and I can tell you that it has changed drastically. Years ago, when I was bidding, clients were not as acute, and it just wasn't as sensitive. It was easier to win jobs. But today, more and more clients are very keen on what they want, and it just makes it more challenging because the competition is there. So today, this is what we're considering. When I'm giving you these tips, this is considering the competition out there and how we can kind of step ahead and get ahead of the game in getting potential clients to respond. Now let's go ahead. And one thing I want to mention too is that although the competition is great, there is one thing that we have that other bidders don't have. We all have something unique, and that is our personality. With your personality, your special type of personality, that if you can really connect to that, you are be able to connect to the clients, and that's the trick. Also, with talent, you have a very special talent. So we're going to zone in on those two areas, and really, I'm going to share with you how I applied this when I started bidding and how it made a difference. So what we want to do, if you want to touch your client emotionally and you want your portfolio to be memorable. So let's go ahead and beginning, we're going to first take a look at bidding and what the right type of job to bid, because that's really important. Connects are very expensive. And so when you're bidding, you really want to be able to be choosy on the jobs that you pick. So I'm going to go ahead and do some screen sharing here. And okay, and I'm gonna show you a sample here on Upwork of bidding on specific jobs. So pull this over in here. All right. So here on Upwork, we when I'm ready to bid, I like to stick with U.S. only, and here I'm bidding on WordPress on jobs. So I just am better with U.S. clients, maybe because I'm from U.S., so that makes a difference for me. And then as I'm scrolling down, there's certain things that I'm looking for when I'm looking for a job. The first thing I look for is the timing. I would like to know about what time, how long that job has been posted. And for here, this is 20 minutes for this job. And if you scroll down, you can see that it increases. This is 20 minutes, this is 2 hours. And so this is something to think about. And in the 2 hours, you have 10 to 15 bids already. Whereas this one right here is 20 minutes and you only have five. So the great thing about this is that if you were to bid on this job right when it's on the market, right when it hits the list of other jobs that are available, you're going to have a better chance of being on the front top page. So, and you don't have to pay extra for that. You just pay for your connect. So here I'm going to go in and let's take a look. I'm going to stick with this one right here. Small CSS update needed for WordPress site. So I'm going to look at this job and I can see that we're going into the payment verification, which is right here. And I'm not really caught up on that yet because my goal is not really to um, I have to pick my battles. And so if that's not verified yet, I can still have it verified if I were to take the job. The next thing is how much they spent. So let's see, they spent $9,000. So this is definitely an established potential client. They've been there for a while. If you scroll over the 5 points, you see there's a couple of feedbacks already and 5 stars. So that's assuring you that they're already familiar with Upwork and doing very well with that. And and then you can go ahead and take a look at the budget, which is hourly, $40 to $80 um, an hour, which is fine for now. Again, I'm not too caught up on that either. I mean, it's not unless it's ridiculous, but this is not my focus right now. I just want to make sure that I can sense that they're established and that they're worth my connect, actually. Then look at the description and you can read over that and click this to get more details. And it's just kind of nice to be able to have right down here, looking at some reviews is helpful. Kind of see what people are saying about the potential client and also what they say about the people they hire. And so that's important. If they're pretty negative, then that's something to really consider, that you not want to put yourself in that situation. Now, what we're going to go into that once you decide on the job that you want to bid on, then we're going to go over to a technique that I've created when bidding, and it's called the 4-point, the proposal blueprint, the 4 R's. Now let me pull this out. So as I mentioned, what I want is to be able to break that barrier between you and the client. Because when you're bidding, they don't know you or any of the potential freelancers that are bidding. And so what I want to try to do is break that barrier. And I only have that one chance to do it. I have one chance to talk to them. And it has to be just right in order for them to be intrigued to try to investigate and learn a little bit more about me. So this is why I developed the 4 R's. Right here we got repeat, resolve, relevant, and reach. So in repeat, we're just kind of mirroring what they say. We want to identify with them. And so this is a way of connecting to them. The next one is to resolve. You want to, right off the bat, if they're talking about a pain point, we want to go right in there and give them our solution that we know, we understand it. And so it's a sense of taking care of something for them, of fixing a problem. The next one is relevant, to show familiarity. So you're being able to give them a sample or show them something that is similar to what they need to have done on this job that they're requesting for. It could be if it's a website for a dentist, that you want to be able to have samples that are closest to that as possible. And sometimes even just some images is good, but it really has to be top quality. And it's better that it's not the quantity as much as the quality. And so that was something I taught about last week or a couple of weeks ago, about the importance of learning to condition your eyes to know what quality is. And then the last one is reach. And reach is something that I was talking about before, that it really, I'm a massage therapist of 15 years, or actually longer than that. But what I found in massage is that I was always told if you just even touch a person, they will love you forever. It makes such a huge difference to create that touch. And so sometimes I might be talking to someone, and if I'm really trying to reach out to them, I just tap their shoulder, and that's all I do. And then it changes. They just connect to you better. They want to know you more. So that little touch goes a long way. It's just psychological. And that's what we're doing here. In this reach, it's a way of touching them, connecting with them. It could have something to do with your commenting something along the line that like the dentist, that actually my husband is a doctor, so I can say I have designed doctors' websites. I understand your audience. I understand your concerns. And so that's a connection that I have. It's a touch that I've created that will reach out to them, that I'm in agreement with them. Also, it could be a gift. Maybe you give them a free bonus on maybe a free sample, or maybe even sharing something about you see a definite problem that they're having, that you would give them some of your expertise advice. So these type of things make you different and make you stand out and resonate with the client. And so it's really, that's the first step here. As it says, similarity breeds connection and validation builds trust. And so what we want to do is we want to build trust and we want to build connection. And so similarity and validation can do that for you. So as you write your proposal, you want to keep that in mind. So let's go ahead, and I'm giving you an example of a job that I bid on just recently. Website designer needed for modern medical clinic rebrand. We are seeking a talented and creative website designer developed to completely redesign the site for a neurology clinic based in Atlanta, Georgia. This is a full site redesign project including visual rebranding, better user experience, mobile responsiveness, SEO, and optimization, and improve functionality. So this client, after you read this right on the job listing page, you can click it and you get into some more information. And so I just kind of highlighted a lot of information that they're sharing. The one thing that is very telling here is I'm reading this list that this client created with that she's very specific, the way she does her bullet points, the way she has her spacing, all these things are ways that I can connect to her. I'm going to I would try to follow something similar to what she's created. Going further down, she wants to have access of what you will receive. So she's explaining how she's preparing and sending over the material. The ideal candidate, this is going to be very helpful. Strong design sensibility. We want this site to feel professional, clean, and trustworthy. Great communicator with quick turnaround time. So this is something really that I can kind of play on. I could use this to resonate with my client. Further down, as I'm reading along, it's a short note about your process and your tools, which I would do that, and portfolio or link to similar work. Again, I'm going to just send a few, maybe two or three, but if you oversend, then you're setting yourself up for them to find something wrong. So it's just best to keep it minimal because they have a lot of different jobs that they're looking at. So we want to make it quick and easy for them. And then your quote, I hold off on that, and instead I do the reach effort. I try to offer them a free demo, or I give them some free advice, to something to put that aside, because really what I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to win the job. I'm just trying to get them to talk to me. After I submit this job, I want them to come on my platform, my Upwork, and to be intrigued to talk to me. So let's make, and here she said, let's make something beautiful together that patients and families will trust. So this is definitely a nice statement here that I can help resonate with that. So here's my reply, and I'm applying reach and repeat. Here's my reply. Every trusted clinic deserves a digital experience that feels as healing as their care. That's the mindset I bring to every medical website design and why I am excited about the opportunity to reimagine Alter Neuro Institute. So here I'm telling her, I got an idea for you. I have an imagination of what I think is going to really drive your message home for you to be able to connect to the your patients that come to your website. Every trusted clinic deserves a digital experience that feels as healing as their care. So that's a great way to start. You're definitely making a statement because throughout her whole job description, she really mentioned how important it is that she wants to create a caring atmosphere when someone visits their site. Having reviewed your scope thoroughly, I understand you are looking for more than just a new look. This project is about building trust, streamlining patient experience, and ensuring compliance, all while reflecting with the Atlanta Neuro Institute of Care. From brand-aligned visuals and HIPAA-compliant forms to load speed optimization SEO structure, I am ready to deliver a seamless WordPress Elementor experience for both patients and your team. So here I'm again making the statement and kind of wrapping up what she was saying above in her job description. I shared it here. So here's some resolve material telling my approach. She was asking for my approach, so I'm sharing that with her. This is fixing the problem. Here's the relevance and the speed and the reach. The relevant is being able to relate to them, to mirror them, and then also the reach of what I can offer. With 10 years in WordPress and Elementor, I built numerous healthcare and service-oriented websites focusing on user trust, accessibility, and scalable design. So really choosing those words, making it short and precise, but triggering what she just said. That's what you're doing. You're just triggering what she just said. I also said my husband and father are also physicians, and I'm very familiar with this niche. So I just kind of add a little bit in there again to just add a tap on the shoulder and encouraging her to kind of be more intrigued with me and want to talk to me, that I understand her. Continuing, I go, it's relevant and reach, going into the tools and expertise. I bring that down, and then I say, I'm happy to make you a free mock-up of what I have in mind for you. And so again, you're letting them know you are on board, you're going to be part of the team, you can taste it, and you want to be able to share what you envision. So that's going to be compelling for her to say, well, what do you have? What are you thinking about? And then looking forward to creating something beautiful and trusting or trusted. So once again, I'm mirroring what she said. Her word trusting or trusted means something to her, obviously. And so I can't feel exactly the way she's feeling because I'm not in her shoes, but I can still use those words and she will feel that I'm understanding. So that's the important thing. Really kind of pull that out. It doesn't take a lot. You just have to know what words to pull out. Here to respond. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for your interest in the ATL website redesign project. I've had a chance to review your proposal. Thank you for making it so detailed, and I really love your work. I'd love to schedule a quick 15-minute meeting with you to discuss the project scope, timeline, and overall vision. Our goal is to get started as soon as possible and ideally complete the project within the next 6 weeks. So here you go. I was able to win her over for her to want to meet me, and so that was a really positive experience. So just kind of letting you know again, let's go back over to my PowerPoint. And we're going, just reviewing this one more time, repeat, resolve, relevant, and reach. And so this is a great outline to follow along when you're getting ready to write your proposal. Here I have a little bit more secret to share with you before we finish off. My secret to success. I do about 8 to 10 tailored bids per day. And I don't just start from scratch. Sometimes I take the bulk of a proposal and I just add to it, and I make sure to, add everything that will help me win or at least meet the client according to their job proposal or job description. So, um, because you're getting 8 to 10 in there, it takes time. I understand that. Follow up daily. So once I bid a job, I make an effort to try to talk to them again. I do some research. I might go on LinkedIn and see some things about what they have on LinkedIn about their site or their business, and I can come back and just comment. I noticed that you work with these type of clients, and I am very familiar with these type of clients, and I would love to give you some suggestions on this. So just kind of allowing yourself to keep the oil, the squeaking oil get the reel. It's a type of thing where you just want to constantly touch base with them, because until they hire someone, you're still in the game. You still have the opportunity. And then last here, avoid cost, like I said, and just go right into giving free demos. And I do that very often. I can tell you that when I am offering a demo, it kind of puts their whole bidding process on hold. They're not interviewing, or they may hold back on interviewing because they're waiting to see my sample, my free demo. It also brings them into my conversation where I can ask more questions about their job. I can be able to get to know them and they get to know me. So it creates that rapport for them to get to know me. And then by then, usually I'm hired. So it's a great way, a great hook in being able to get them on the other side. And last but not least is the A/B testing, which, as I said, job bidding is constantly changing. And so by A/B testing and keep fine tuning, a better way for your intro and your closing to pull them in and to get them to meet with you. So thank you so much for your time with this. I hope that you learned something in this technique I have. Every 2 weeks, I will be talking about a topic for just 15 minutes about what I have done for the last 15 years and how I've made my $1 million. And I want to help you with that. I have so much I can share. I just love analyzing and exploring and constantly improving. And so I'm really happy and excited to be able to help you out and from the challenge of being on Upwork. And we will announce on Facebook my next streamcast. So meanwhile, thank you so much for coming, and check out my Facebook and my YouTube and my LinkedIn. I'm in all those places. Join my Facebook page and feel free to ask me questions, and I'll be able to answer them. And also on my YouTube, I have tons of videos on different ways to be able to work remotely. And on my LinkedIn, just networking. So please join me. I would love to meet with you, and I'm excited to help you. And so until next time, in a couple of weeks, we'll be posting our next topic and our next meeting up on Facebook. So thank you so much for your time, and I will see you soon.